Flight Simmers, Weeper here, and welcome back to the channel. This is my new BSA, Basic Surface Attack video series. We'll be looking at air-to-ground tactics and procedures, and the purpose of these videos will be to make it as real as it gets. In today's video, we'll be looking at proper range procedures while utilizing a box pattern, and as well we'll be looking at some standard air-to-ground profiles such as a 10-degree low-altitude low-drag, 30-degree dive bomb, and a 10-degree low-altitude strafe. We're currently waiting in the lead check area where the ground crew is pulling our pins and monitoring hydraulics, so let's take this time to look at our flight plan and the range procedures we'll be using. We'll be departing to the southeast for the Bsa firing range on the island of Bsa, which is off the southwestern coast of the Peloponnese in the Ionian Sea. Once in the holding area, we'll contact the range for check-in. After check-in, we'll identify the events so the range control has a picture of what profiles we will be doing on the range. After check-in, we'll then conduct a G warm-up exercise and then head into the range. We will do 2 passes of 10-degree low-altitude low-drag and 2 passes of dive bomb, and depending on our fuel, how much we have left, we'll do about 3 to 4 passes of 10-degree low-altitude strafe. After we clear the range, we'll head out to the tanker for about 3,000 pounds of fuel, then we'll head back to Almeros. While on the range, we want to establish a box pattern. This enables spacing for each aircraft and easy to control the environment for easy deconfliction while each aircraft is making their passes. Visual cues should be established for each pilot to time their turns and stay in the box. For the Bsa firing range, we'll be using the island of Venetico as a reference. With this reference point and knowing our base distance as indicated in our air-to-ground profiles, this makes it easy to fly the box pattern. In this case, after we complete our attack, we will turn left for the crosswind leg at a heading of 115 degrees. Then once Venetico gets to our 9 o'clock position, we'll then initiate a 3 to 3.5 G turn left to downwind for a heading of 025 degrees. Once we pass over Venetico, we will then call base and initiate a 3.5 G turn to downwind to a heading of 295 to intercept our base distance. Once we intercept the base distance marker, we will call in to indicate that we are commencing our attack run. The range controller will give us clearance by stating cleared hot. After our attack run, we will call out and then initiate our escape maneuver as indicated in our profile, whether it's a climbing safe escape maneuver, turning maneuver level turn, or a safe separation maneuver, and then head back to our crosswind leg to start the box pattern over again. When initiating our turn, we want to roll 90 degrees and pull 4 Gs into the target. At 45 degrees from the target, we then roll to our dive angle, so 90 degrees plus dive angle, and aim the gun cross at our aim-off distance. Disregard the bomb fall line or pipper and concentrate on rolling out with the gun cross on the aim-off distance. After rollout and when the HUD symbology settles, set the aim-off distance to the BFL relationship and hold the flight path marker on that spot and allow the pipper to approach the target as you steer out any azimuth errors. Holding the aim-off distance slows the pipper ground track rate and provides a more accurate bombing solution. 3 to 5 seconds on final is fast enough. Don't rush by pulling the pipper to the target. If you find your pipper will not reach a target by the time you reach your minimum release altitude or MRA, decrease the dive angle by raising the aim-off distance to ensure you pickle before the MRA. Furthermore, abort the pass if the dive angle is 5 degrees or greater than the planned release angle and 10 degrees or more if the planned recovery altitude is 10,000 feet AGL. Another good technique is to apply slight forward stick pressure to point 8 G in order to prevent a banana pass, as the flickers will try and maintain 1 G, thus causing the pipper to track quicker. So applying slight forward pressure to point 8 G will slow the pipper track speed, thus making a more accurate pickle on the target. Take note of the planned weapons release speed, as this ensures the ability to meet the safe escape criteria. When commencing our turn, we want to go full mill power and hold it in the dive until our desired speed minus dive angle, and then decrease the throttle back to about 85% to reach our planned release speed. For example, if our planned release speed is 450 knots at a 10-degree dive angle, then we will hold our throttle to mill power to 440 knots and then decrease the throttle. When we pickle, we want to pickle at the base of the target and hold the pickle down to avoid doorbelling and ensure a good weapons release. Be cautious not to switch to dogfight mode with the pickle depressed, as this will fire off a heater. After weapons release, we want to initiate our escape maneuver Normally, a climbing safe escape maneuver is used for dive angles no greater than 20 degrees. To initiate a climbing safe escape maneuver, after release, commence a 5G pull-up for about 2 seconds. As the nose approaches the horizon, apply mill power and maintain to about 20 degrees high, and then at any G until 30 degrees before making any turn. A safe separation maneuver is a straight pull to a minimum of 5 Gs in 2 seconds, held until 20 degrees nose high before beginning any turn. Once clear, make your turn to crosswind. Profiles are designed off many variables that are specific to the type of weapons you're releasing and how many, your fuse arming, impact angle, and target elevation, etc. This will be a topic video on its own, and as it stands now, I still don't fully understand them and still learning. These profiles are plotted on a reference diagram and provide your base altitude and speed, your dive angle and weapons release speed, your planned release altitude and minimum release altitude. Thus, the whole purpose of these profiles is to provide the proper parameters to ensure an effective weapons release with proper fuse arming and safe escape criteria. I have to admit, for over 20 years I've just been flying around pointing the pipper at the target and releasing my weapons and hoping for the best. While learning these new proper procedures, this has brought a whole new element to my sim flying, as not only am I flying realistic, which is my ultimate goal, but it is way more challenging dialing in those parameters before weapons release. Okay, so let's head out to the range and we'll see how all this is done.
Wind 31016, gust 23, clear for takeoff, change to departure.
Viper 3, push 4. Viper 3, check.
Sir.
Emirates departure, Viper 3, 2 F-16s passing 3000.
Exit sandbox heading 170 at or above 17,000 to maintain flight level 220.
200 is your navigation, Viper 3. Okay, we're getting close to the range here. We're just going to go ahead and set some things up here. So, get our pod on. That looks good. We're going to set up our first profile here. Verify our steer point is correct, which it is. First we're going to set as our offset aim point for our base turn. So we're going to set that to 2.2 nautical miles for 0250. And our first altitude is going to be 3111. And we're going to set our next offset aim point for our aim off distance. So we're going to switch that to feet. And that's going to be 4100 at our target bearing of 205 at 0 feet. Next, going to set our MRA, which is going to be 1511. Okay. That's pretty good. We're going to start speeding up here. And we're going to check into the range. That looks pretty good. She's at Fire Range Viper 3 with you, currently at 28 miles north, Angels 12.
Okay, stand by. Ready my info?
Viper 3, ready to copy.
Altimeter 2983, the wind's 120 at 15. You're cleared on range.
Viper 3, copy, 2983. Our events are going to be 2 10-degree low altitude, low drag, 230 dive bomb. Going to do about 4 passes of low altitude strafing. We're going to start up with a G warm-up here, and then we'll be calling it for a space pass.
Okay, copy that.
2, go trail. And Viper 3 is 90 right. Viper 3, 180 left. Okay, we're going to start heading in here. So our base speed is going to be 375 for an altitude of 3111. First thing we're going to do is set up our spacer pass here to allow our flight to space out. At the same time, we're also going to have a check on the weather here and make sure our events are going to be good. There. There's our gun pass, and we're going to be dropping our BDU 33s right there. Pretty good right there. Check something here. Oops. Yeah, there it is. Just right there. And once in for space pass.
Cleared space pass.
Looks pretty good. Weather's going to be good for all events here. And one's going to be up for 10 degree low altitude low drag. Last arm on. I'm going to turn crosswind here to 115 and try to maintain our speed for spacing. And at the same time, we're going to set up our altitude here. So our reference for our turn is going to be this island here. Once it passes over my shoulder, that's where I'll make my turn to downwind. I'm going to make my legs, my crosswind and base leg just a little bit longer, just so I have a little bit more time to explain everything here. Get task saturated pretty quick. Alright, with a nice 3.5 G turn here to 025. There's my island. Adjust my altitude a little bit here. And one space. That's good. That's pretty good. Just our speed, 3100. And we want to do a hang loose symbol on top of the canopy and top of my thumb. Should be referenced right at my aim off distance. So when I do my turn, I want to turn my crosshair, gun cross, sorry, right towards the aim off distance, not towards target. So, one's in, full mill,
Cleared hard
4G turn, 45 degree from target, I'm going to turn down 10 degree low, and that looks pretty good right there. Heading soft just a touch, 420, I'm going to decrease throttle, push forward and pickle. Tuna melt, and one's off. Came up a couple degrees high.
In hot.
On my tuna melt, we don't want to
cleared hot 2.
Exceed 5 degrees. Now we're gonna climb back up to 31 and adjust our speed here. Try to get my heading a little bit better on this next run. And one space. Alright, let's try to get a better heading here. It's probably because I'm talking so much, which is why some of my parameters are off a little bit here. Okay, gonna come up just a touch. A little bit more throttle. Altitude looks good right there. Speed just about good. And hang loose. Aim off distance looks good. Throttle up just a touch.
Just basic.
Again. And one's in. 4G turn.
Cleared out 1.
45 degree. Turn on nose towards the target. Again, a little off. Damn it. 420, we're going to decrease our throttle, slight stick pressure forward, pickle, altitude. And tuna melt.
Altitude.
And we're off. One's off.
Two's in.
Okay.
Cleared out 2.
And one's going to be up for 30 dive bomb. Okay, now we're going to set up for a 30 dive bomb here, so just going to change a few things. We're going to set our base distance is going to be 2.0 for altitude of 7111, and our aim off distance is going to be 1550. Okay, and then our MRA is going to be 3011. That looks pretty good there. Gotta get our speed up here to 350. One space. And for the space we want 7111 for altitude and a speed of 350. That looks pretty good right there actually. Gonna hold this and increase our speed a little bit. There we go. And for 30 dive bomb we make a fist on top of the canopy, and the top of our thumb is going to be where aim off distance is. That looks perfect right there.
Tvs base.
Again, I got to make this heading right here. Speed's good, and one's in.
Cleared out.
Fine. Turn 10 degree low. Oh, that looks pretty good right there. And 420, gonna decrease throttle, slight stick pressure, and
altitude.
one's off.
Altitude.
Climbing the separation maneuver to 20 degrees, and then we turn.
Right two's in.
That's pretty good, I think.
Cleared out 2.
And one's off. Okay, and we're gonna watch our speed and climb back up to 711. There's our island. It's pretty good right there. Okay. And we're gonna turn. One space. How are we doing so far? Looks like we're a little to the right there. Alright. Try to make sure we get it right on this time.
Tvs base.
Speed's good. Come down a little bit. Alright, we can do this. Let's get it right on this time. And one's in.
Cleared out 1.
45, turn the nose down. Distance looks good. 420 decrease throttle, and one's off.
Altitude.
Separation maneuver. 20 degrees.
Two's in.
And turn.
Chaff, flare.
Cleared out 2.
And one's going to be up for low altitude strafe.
Nice low drags. Okay, strafe. Both drags are up. Winds 110 at 10.
Back for 3. We're going to bring this back to, actually that's going to be fine like that. Oops. Going to bring this to 3111, that'll be good. MRA, we're going to bring that to 1511, that'll be fine right there. Okay. Alright, get the gun on. So it's basically going to be the same profile as our low altitude, low drag here. 1 space. Time we're looking for that little gong.
Tvs base.
Let's see it right there. One's in.
Cleared out 1.
Goes down there.
Bingo. Bingo.
Alright, there's the gong right there.
Altitude. Altitude. Pull up. Pull up.
One's out.
17 hits 1.
2's in.
And
Cleared out
one's
2.
Alright, set that up again.
25 hits 2.
2.
This lower resolution projection screen there, it's really hard to get a pinpoint on that gong. And 1 space.
Tvs base.
Trying to get accurate here. And 1's in.
Cleared out 1.
Altitude. Altitude. Pull up. Pull up.
1's out.
Chaff. Flare.
20 hits 1.
I think I got her that time.
2's in.
I realized now my
Put out
first
there.
strafe, I think I was aiming at one of the tanks. This lower resolution screen, they all look the same. Just shoot for the dot. Now I know. Now
25 hits 2.
Now I can see it, so that should make a difference. And 1 totalizer 5400.
2 5400.
1 space.
Tvs base.
For that. Try to hit a dead on. One's in.
Cleared hot one.
My heading looks good. There it is right there.
Altitude. Altitude. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up.
Now one's out.
Chaff. Flare.
25 hits one.
2's in.
Cleared hot two.
Last one.
25 hits two.
One space. Got some other fighters working there.
Bingo. Bingo.
One's bingo, gonna be last pass.
Copy.
Altitude's good, speed is good. Let's make this one good here. Last one. And one's in.
Cleared hot one.
Altitude. Altitude. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up.
One's
Pull
off.
up. Altitude. Altitude.
Alright, no joy on that one. Alright, let's have a look
Two's in.
here, see how we did.
Cleared hot two. $17 hits two.
Okay, well. Definitely done better than that. Nothing to be too proud about here. Alright, let's get this, oops. What am I doing? There we go, that's better. Okay, let's head out to the tanker here. Pull up our steer point for that. 2, go wedge.
2.
And she's firing range Viper 3 is going to be clearing the range.
Okay, copy.
match up your speed to the closure rate here. Usually that brings you in quick enough, but not too fast that you overshoot. Stable ready.
Contact.
How do you read?
Loud and clear, sir.
Is that a combat camera guy you got up there?
They're taking your picture right now, so tomorrow.
Huh, cool. Looks good right there. Usually be okay. Said usually. Follow the turn. Throttle up a bit, of course.
And your upload's complete, sir. Report bounce.
It's good.
We're disconnected.
One clear. Let our wingman grab 3,000 pounds as well.
Contacts. Sir. Door disconnects are upgraded. Okay, sir. Thanks for coming in. Good flight.
Alright.
Contact the tower on 289.6, and you are clear for the visual approach.
36440. Almaris Tower, Viper 3, inbound for the break.
Traffic 11 o'clock, less than a mile, 7,000 feet. VFR appears to be northwestbound. There will be a flight of two F-16s joining in behind you, following.
It's hard to see. There it is right there.
Snake 3 report, join up.
Snake flight is about 8 mile final, 7,500 feet, formation full stop.
Snake wind 300 at 21, gust to 30, number 2, clear to land. Snake flight traffic 11 o'clock, 2 miles, orbiting in that position, 6,800, VFR type unknown.
Snake's looking. Tower, Snake's got helicopter just off our left wing at about 6,000 feet.
Snake 1, roger. Guard is 087, verify you're 6 miles south.
087, affirmative.
Guard 087, offset to the west side, proceed inbound for Zulu pad, F-16 traffic has you in sight.
And break.
087, roger.
Snake 01 is a mile and a half final, geared out for 2.
Snake 01, clear to wind.
Clear to land.
Wind 300 at 20, gust to 31, clear to wind.
Get down, clear to land. 26 for Viper 3.
Snake flight, turn left, taxiway Alpha, contact ground off the runway.
Snake looking.
Guard 087, traffic entering the SFO will be on the west side of the runway, the flight of 2 F-16.
087, we'll be looking for that traffic.
Helicopter at site, base key, gear down, low approach.
Cobra 1, wind 280 at 24, gust to 31. Clear full, restricted low approach, outer above 6,200, aircraft on runway.